Okay. This is the indoor section, which I'll take what I can get. Pardon the audio if it sounds kind of I cannot find my mics. They're around here somewhere, but I shall find them. Today, we are going to be, putting together this. This is the main thing of this whole vintage air system. Completely self-contained. It's underneath the dash. You don't even see it. So we're going to kind of put this together. Got a few hose barb thingies and vents and this stuff and brackets to put on. So we're going to do that. Today's actually a good day outside. It's like 50, 40 something-ish degrees. Nice blue sky. Technically, yeah, I should be outside doing something on the car. Actually make it worthwhile. But, we're gonna kind of ignore that and just work on this. Because it's easy. There we go. So we got some spring clips, some hose clamps, which are always nice to have. This is something. Wire, water valve. Not entirely sure what this is. I'm not a tech wizard. Let's get another one out of here. Oh, my lord. Look at that. Oh. That's fantastic. We have this guy here. He goes in his little spot here. There. Makes me feel a little better. Got this fella. He goes somewhere. Stud there. Got a stud here. Got a stud here. It's pretty funny. Get it? Me. I'm the stud. Aww. These are under pressure, these lines, so hold on to these tight. While we that was a little underwhelming. There, we got the O-rings on them. So we're gonna put some of this oil in on the rings and then fit them in. Probably way too much, so it's gonna be just fine. Well, currently my car is pissing. Yippee! Because we are going to be replacing this condenser in the front. So we have to remove this top plate and get this rad out of the way so we can get to this fella. This is the first time this thing has been out of here since like 1969 when this was put in there. So this is kind of odd. And that is officially all the old AC stuff ripped out of this car. All of it. This all worked when I had it last on. There might be a small leak somewhere. I will put all this on Marketplace, so if anyone wants it, just hit me up. I'm gonna put some shocks in. About time I did that. Now before I even started this, I already got the top nut and bolt and squishy off of both sides. This one was spinning on me. If you know what that means, you know what that means. Okay, I'll explain it. Basically, over time, these sit, the nut kind of gets stuck on there, and when you go to loosen it, this whole rod here spins. Just spins with the nut forever. And I had to fight like a goddamn dog to get the original shocks off this car when I first got her and swapped her out with these ones. It was that one. That one, holy shit, I had to bust a nut. I was gonna get like a nut busting tool that literally grinds down on that nut where it literally splits it in half. It was that stuck on that rod. This one was giving me a little hassle, but a little squirt of PB fixed it, and that one came off like a peach. Go figure. Before you say it, yes, I know I have a messed up disc brake backing plate. That rhymed. I know. A while back, my car did a Lightning McQueen ka-chow because instead of, loosening or tightening a castle nut on the upper control arm to get the hole to line up with the cotter key, I stupidly loosened the castle nut, which you're never supposed to do. And I learned that the very hard way. But at the same time, I was very, 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 very lucky that happened when I was going like 5 miles an hour down a side road and not a busy intersection. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's the old one. Funnily enough, it was my buddy Seabass I was hanging out with. He was like, "Can you pick me up?" And we did our whatever thing, and then I had to drop him off. I'm like, "Oh, you gotta be shitting me! I gotta pick this loser up." And I dropped him off, and I was driving home down this side street on like 5 miles an hour, and then the left front control arms, the castle nut walked off. Probably go for a pack of smokes, and my front left wheel just collapsed entirely. That was fun. But if I didn't hang out with him, honestly, it could have gone out when I was doing like 40, 50, even more miles per the hour, and that would have been honestly catastrophic. Like, oh my god, could you imagine that? Like, I can't. I don't want to. So in an odd way, hanging out with Mr. Seabass saved this car from potential ruin. But don't tell him that, I'm sure he'll watch this anyway, and he'll hear it. So whatever. These are my old Oh, these Spectrum shocks. They're supposed to shock back. They're supposed to go back. You're supposed to go back to being open. Glad to see they did their job. Ugh. Here are the new Monroe, or the Bilsteins. Okay. Ugh. If I don't tell you how much better these are, I don't know what will, honestly. That's crazy. So basically, I got the air conditioning / heat installed. That's done. Basically, I'm gonna say basically a lot, right? Two things happened. One, I was just too, deep in this thing to really. They're like, okay, I gotta set up the camera and hit record and move the camera, hit record. That was the main reason. And two, you guys would not see like anything. You'd see like underneath the dash, maybe the engine bay. It's very tight. My word of advice for anybody who wants vintage air, period, is be aware the space to work under your dash will basically turn into nothing. Basically, from the middle of my dash here, beyond, that is jam-packed. Like, I just can barely squeeze my hands through there. This way and that, center and this way towards me, still not bad. Not terrible. I can still do stuff there. But, center ways to passenger side, that's not a lot of space to work with. So just be aware of that. Be aware. Today is Sunday. It's actually a nice day out, blue skies. Again, Cutlass and Stearns. We're doing weather too. Gotta love that. Man. Supposed to be really nice tomorrow too. Like 50, 60s tomorrow. That's pretty good. I wish I took this camera with me yesterday. I went to a gun show yesterday. I took this car. And on the way there, I guess I didn't tighten my lower radiator hose enough when I put my radiator back in. Because I'd start up the car in the driveway and whatever, and that was whatever. But I didn't get up to temp enough to really put pressure in the system, So when I was driving, I finally made it to the spot, and I was going nuclear basically, almost. Well, I was in temperature over 220. I'm talking, and popped the cap, and I got no rad fluid, no coolant. So me and a buddy had to go to the nearest AutoZone and limp her there and buy like 2 jugs of coolant. Even that was like halfway. And as we're pouring it in, that's when we realized, oh shit, it's coming out the lower rad. It was so scuffed. Oh my god. But we got her home and did an oil change. She needed one of those. Doubled up on hose clamps, replaced them with new ones, and filled her back up with like 3 jugs worth of coolant. Because this thing is just, she's thirsty. Very thirsty girl. And I wish I had a GoPro. That would have been kind of interesting to get on video. Of course I didn't. The time it would be cool. Of course I didn't have it. Go figure. But I'm definitely keeping my eye on temps more. I got to adjust on my gauges. What's cool about these Dakota digital ones is that you can set like an alarm, basically, that red light pops up and like you get a little buzz. A little buzz while driving the car. Yeah. You get a buzz, a little beep or whatever, saying, "Hey, you're about to go nuclear, about to glass your engine, or your battery's low, or if your oil's low, your gas is low." You can set that to all predetermined things. So if you're a weirdo and you're like, I want to know when I'm 3/4 of a tank instead of like a quarter, then sure, go ahead, you weirdo. Then you can do that, which is cool.
also keep forgetting I can change the color of these, because I've had these at like as close to the original as I can get them. Like it's this like kind of pale yellowy white with like orange needles and a yellow tack, you know. But I keep forgetting I can change that, so I should definitely kind of change it up every now and then. That'd be nice. But aside from that, pretty good day so far. I hope I don't jinx myself by saying that. I really hope I don't. Really, because I do not want this to, go to shit. Let me kind of rotate you guys. There we go. But no, the AC works. Well, I should say the heat works. I still have to hook up the heater lines. What am I saying? The refrigerant lines. I gotta hook those up. Have like the little ends crimped on by an AC shop, because like I was saying in the last thing, I got an LS I want to put in here, and I'm not sure exactly where it's going to sit in the engine bay, so I wanted a little extra length. But because of that, they gave you the extra length and the end of the hoses separate, so you got to put those on to whatever length you want and then crimp them. And that crimping tool is like a couple $100, and I don't want to spend that for like a tool I'm going to use like one time, maybe twice, probably once realistically. I'll probably just, when I take this into a shop, I'm like, hey, can you do the lines, and crimp the lines, do a leak check, and then fill her up with AC or refrigerant, and then that should be it. That should be the entire car done for AC. It's nice. I can put on the heat right now. It's kind of stupid to do, but it's honestly pretty quiet. Not too bad. But I can get it higher. This is max, by the way. This is max. Pretty loud, but it blows pretty good. Pretty hard. But nah, she's running steady. First time ever the ball coolers and or ball warmers have been working. It's always a treat.